Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be looking at, well, this is sort of a message to Codemasters about what needs fixing in F1 2019. Now, to begin with, we need to go through, have a little brief stay about Codemasters themselves, because they're not having a great time, to be honest. First of all, their parent company decided to sell them last year. Some big conglomerate in India, who never really gave a lot of investment to Codemasters, but where it was needed, they did, and you could see that through F1 2017. But they were sold in 2018, and since then since also they've tried to release multiple games a year, and one of those games that's been released this year, aside the F1 game, was Grid. Now, Grid, of course, got mixed reactions from YouTubers, including Team at Marduk, who didn't like it. Arav loved it, apparently, but then there's that arcade versus realism audience that Codemasters need to try and balance it against, which is problem for every racing game maker, unless your target audience is all arcade. But so yes, there are lots of things that really need to be fixed with the F1 games, but there are 4 things that off the top of my head that really need to be fixed in this game cycle, as in on 2019. Well, 2019 is the latest F1 game. There are also a lot of other stuff that I like to be fixed to F1 2020, and I will be covering those in a separate video series on my F1 2020 game ideas. I'll incorporate everything because through that. So yes, make sure you get subscribed to the channel to see more F1 20 game ideas. If you've got any F1 2020 game ideas that you want, or anything that you want fixed from F1 2019, let me know in the comments below. And yes, and tweet this video at Codemasters as well. So yes, Grid game, by the way, also got leaked, and it was 3 months late, and it's glitchy as hell. So it's not been it's not been a great time for them, but they need to focus on getting F1 2019 fixed, and they can move forwards into 2020 with a game that is sort of okay. They can build on that for that. So this is 4 things that we need. Number 1, the safety car. I haven't seen the safety car at all throughout F1 2019. It is diabolical that I haven't seen the safety car, considering the fact how many times I did see it throughout F1 2018's game cycle. But I've only seen a handful of virtual safety cars in career mode. I haven't seen anything in Grand Prix mode at all, despite the fact there were cars everywhere. I might do a game experiment where I'll try and cause a safety car in career mode, but that's for another video. So yes, the safety car is broken. We need there needs to be more safety car action, and they really screwed that up this year, trying to make that work. Because last time, if anybody got puncher, because punches is something else that's broken in the game, the AI don't get punches anymore, which is a shame, because they should really do. But really, the safety car is missing, and maybe adding punches back into the game, and then also getting the coding of F1 2018 and adding that back to the 2019 game to fix the safety car. Number 2 on the list is AI traction. Now, this isn't just about getting off the line, it's also about traction out of corners, how will the AI accelerate out of the corner, and it's just ever so slightly too good. There's no variety between any of the AI, they're all the same. It usually leads to bad starts, although modding the game does mean that I have an advantage. Well, if I mod the game towards my personality, then it's less of an advantage because I get a better start than I would do. But normally, if you're on a bog standard career mode, the traction that the eye gets at some corners and off the start is insane. It's just needs to be fixed. It shouldn't be in the game. I've been having poor starts pretty much for the past 2 years, so they need to sort that out. There should be a variety of starts, some good, some bad, off the line. Otherwise, to make the start of the race is more interesting, because so far it's you accelerate away, oh, but you're behind, and then you just dive bomb the AI and you get back into the position you were about 5 minutes ago. So, yeah, it's not a poor. It can't. There needs to be more variety in the starts that we get, and also with the acceleration, the traction that the AI get out of certain corners, because they are just too OP out of those four. Third one on this list of 4 is not actually to do with the game itself. Technically speaking, it's about modding. It is modding season now. Let me introduce the timeline of F1 games. Usually, what happens the past couple of years, F1 2016, 17, and 18, the game comes out on August bank holiday. People play it for around 4 months or so with career mode and then get bored. And this year's game is no occurrence. Now, usually what happens is 4 months on from August bank holiday is right through the Christmas holidays. People are, of course, modders are busy during Christmas. I don't know. They haven't really got a lot of time to sit down and be creating mods, so they usually start in January. However, this year's game is different. This year's game is the fact that, of course, the game came out in June. 4 months on from June is October. All the modders are available to start modding, but yet it hasn't happened. The language file, which is the most crucial to changing the drivers' names, is not available to edit. Now, I thought that would happen. It was only locked because they were adding the F2 drivers for the 2019, but it turns out that was not the case, and they've just not had it available the entire time. So there needs to be another update, and the language file has to be made available. We can get around this as modders, but it does mean that we have to go into use a cheat engine, which there's a bigger chance of something breaking, I suppose. It's just better if we would have the language file available. We can then edit that language file as opposed to going in and altering the coding of the game. Yes, modding itself is also something also I want to mention about mods themselves. Obviously, most of literally everything else is there, but one thing that isn't available is the Williams paint file, because Williams created such a stupidly 5-minute paint job that they did in Microsoft Paint. Codemasters haven't programmed it, haven't got a file for it. You can't mod that file. You're actually stuck with that file, which is annoying. Because I wanted to change the colours, but I can't. So again, I can't unless I was to go deeper into the game files, into the coding, to extract that out, which I'm not sure I'll be able to do. It's not available to edit, which is something else that needs to be added and made available to edit. But everything else seems to be working fine with mods. So yes, the final one I want to talk about on my list, this is just off the top of my head. There's probably there's loads more fixes, but these are just the 4 ones that I'm going to give to Codemasters that I think are the most important that need fixing, because there's stuff with career mode, but it's modding season and nobody plays career mode. They're all in. I'm not playing career mode. I'm in Grand Prix mode. And those people who do play career mode pretty much just skip out the bits that they don't like. Anyway, so I would say save career mode. They might do a few stuff with career mode, but I won't touch career mode just yet until these 4 are sorted. And the 4th one is about something that's also been around for quite a few games, and that is the qualifying simulated times. Now, it's I think they may or may have not attempted to fix this, because I did do fast forward for a session, but it seems to take into account the performance file that you're playing with, and then adds a few, and then takes off a few tenths, and makes sure that the standard order of the game, which Mercedes, Ferrari, Red Bull, I can't remember who's in there in R&D, but the original base game R&D performance, whether it's in that order, is the times that the simulation gives. I mean, simulated times obviously don't allow for mistakes and other stuff like that, but they really need to make sure that the times that are set while the player is playing are then reasonable times. Although the AI may go out and set a better time, it's not impossible that somebody else could screw up while the simulation is going on. But alas, we can't do that, which means we have to sit around and wait for qualifying to fit, which is alright if you're watching a video, but if you want to play the game realistically, then don't fast forward simulated times. So yes, that is my message to Codemasters. If you agree with me that these are the 4 things they need to prioritize, leave a like. Make sure if you've got anything else you want to add to this list, leave it in the comments below. I'll be tweeting this video at Codemasters and it's rendered out on YouTube and a couple of others to try and increase its popularity. But I'm going to leave it there. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And also, if you enjoyed, then please hit subscribe. It really helps me out as well. And also to see more, F1 2020 game ideas is something that's coming very soon to the channel. But until the next video, I'll see you next time. Take care. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your day, and goodbye.